Well, we're essentially live, I guess. Let me see what the monitor says. It says something. So online, 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 online. Everything's online. Okay. Yeah, sure. Possibly. Is that looking okay? Looks like it is. It says sending data on Twitch and then keeps flipping back and forth to online. Not sure what's going on with Twitch, but maybe I should look at it. Uh, Something. I don't know. It's having trouble connecting. Is that the deal? Not really sure. It says it's online now. I don't know. Something happening. Maybe. No. This is showing something other than my stream. Oh, it's showing an ad. It's an ad, right? Discover never holds you responsible for whatever. It's fraud protection. There we go. So it played an ad, and now it's functioning. This is let me bring OBS up here. This is using GoPro, and it's not actually using a GoPro as a webcam is not the best thing. It's not it's not really made for that. It's the webcam functionality is still in beta. This is the built-in webcam of the laptop. And once again, it's a little further away than normal because I have it sitting on a coffee table. So I can use the mic here like this and not have too much clutter on the table, because I might be working on my hair today. I don't really know. I'm not really sure what's going on. This is I have a feeling my compressor is set wrong on the mic. I believe so. I believe it needs to be lower. I'm pushing it a little too hard. So yeah. So it should work from back here. It should keep it pretty much steady. If I get close to it, it should do a pretty good job. It's a pretty good set of filters I got on there. So GoPro, it's only 1080p. I mean the GoPro itself has a 5K, has a 5 meg 5K, or what do they call it? 4K, 2K, right? 5K. It has a 5K capability, but when you use it as a webcam through USB, it can only do 1K. It can only do 1K, so 1080p. I'm already getting some red on the stream. I don't know. I probably don't need to be pushing 4K on the bit rate. I could probably turn that down. It probably wouldn't hurt at all. Cut that in half or even smaller. But I don't know. It's snowing. Here we are in beautiful Sedona. It is snowing. It is not sticking to the ground though, because it's not sticking to the ground because it's not actually that cold out. It's in the mid 30s or higher. I think that's what. Like, where's my phone? I don't even know. So yeah, I guess that's um it is what it is. Um, I don't know what I'm going to be doing. I nothing is what I usually do. So this is probably what's going to. It's probably going to follow suit. You know, I'm going to probably keep up the tradition of doing nothing. So that's what that's what streaming is for me. Pretty much, it's just mostly hanging out, doing nothing. So. Uh, I'm wearing my second Lobies shirt today. Um this was a gift from Mrs. Kirbycom because my old one was wearing out and she knew it. Made me happy, so that was a nice gift. That was a birthday present. Pretty nice. Boy, it really is snowing up a storm out there. Fortunately, this isn't a work night, so I'm not sure what it's looking like. It's starting to look like a blizzard out there, but it's not going to stick on the ground for a while unless the temperature drops. I was looking for my phone, and yeah, it's over here. Um, it's the easiest way to look at the weather report. It's 34. Let me refresh it just to make sure, but it says it's 36. So gotten 2 degrees warmer since it started looking like a blizzard out there. That makes no sense at all. So I don't know what to say to that, but I don't know. So what nonsense am I going to do on this stream with my weird little mic here? This mic turned out to be problematic for recording things because OBS sees it as a mono stream, and for some reason, which is completely I don't understand it at all. It's inexplicable. For some reason, you can't pan a mono stream, which it should be the exact stream you should be able to pan, but you can't. In OBS, there's no mechanism. The panning knob or the panning sliders just disappear. So there's no panning a mono source, which is exactly the source you would want to pan. So I'm not sure what's going on there. They need to add some more audio functionality to OBS. I feel like it's not, I mean, it sure has come a long way in the last couple of few years. It's certainly much more stable now. Back when I started using it, if you attached or detached sources while you were streaming or while OBS was on, it would crash most of the time, and it's not crashing so much anymore. So that's pretty amazing. But yeah, I'm just watching the blizzard, and you can't really see it through any of my windows that are behind me, but I've got a big picture window over here. There's a big Arcadia door over by the piano, is over there, and um, I'm watching it snow. The snow flurries are getting bigger and bigger. It's starting to stick to the table. You know, I have a table out there. It's starting to stay on that. It's not sticking to any of the plants yet. And it's still like too warm to snow. So I don't know if it's going to stay snowing or if it's going to cool. You would think this much snow falling would cool the air down to freezing. But I really don't know how it works. I mean, it's probably partially because of the um, it's probably partially because of um, the temperature of the ground that creates an ambient temperature too. So I don't really know. I mean, everything has a temperature. Um, I wish I could make my homemade noodles right now, but I just don't feel like it. It's too much. It's too much trouble. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is, oh my goodness, those flurries are getting huge. Wow, it's looking more and more like a blizzard as time goes on here. I'm glad I don't have to work tonight. This is Monday. My work night is tomorrow, my first work night. So I have rather a long shift because I basically do 2 jobs in one night. So it goes on. It ends up being a pretty good amount of hours that of this thing that I do twice a week. So um, yeah. So I don't know. I For those of you that have been following along with some of the things I've been talking about, which are probably not many of you, um, I think um, I probably mentioned um, that I let my dreadlocks grow out for about a month so that I could kind of move them a little bit, because the ones on top of my head are a little bit too small, and so that makes them a little harder to maintain, although not that difficult. It's just I've just been putting it off now. It's going on. This is the second week that I've put it off. I kind of let them grow out for about a month or so, and it's really time to do it. But I'm a little spoiled by how it doesn't really look all that bad up here. Really, it's actually doing okay, and it's doing better than I thought it would after all this time. So, but if I don't start working on it soon, I don't know. They're going to start getting too thin up there, and some of the smaller ones are going to start breaking off if I'm not careful. So I don't know. I got to do something, but I'm not sure if it's going to happen today or not. Um, I've been working on and off on the spider, which is this thing, which is sort of like a thing you can put on top like this, and you can pull your dreads through it, and it makes them look more presentable on top. And this is not done, but um, that's what this little clip on the end of the table is for. It is for like making dreadlets out of artificial hair, so that you can, make them and put them onto that. It's not done. It needs like some little threadlets on it that kind of help cover, make it full. You know, basically the main thing you're doing is pushing them together on the top, but then you can kind of like, it kind of fills it out a little bit, and it makes it where you can wear it in this state for much longer, which, you know, might not be a good thing. I don't know. But I've got wow, those flurries are getting huge now. They're it looks like a blizzard. It's not blowing that hard. It would, if it was blowing harder, it would really look like a blizzard, but it's really coming down. And I don't know. This says 36 winter storm warning, but you know, like, the forecast is really showing rain, not snow, or it's showing mixed, like wintry mix. Looks like by 4 p.m. it turns to completely snow. And yeah, it might be let's not squint at the phone. Yeah, it's all snow. It looks like it's going to snow. It looks like it might snow all night, and it looks like it might get below freezing by sometime in the 8 or 9 p.m. zone. So when it starts to get to 32, it says it's going to get to 32 by 6 p.m. When it starts to get to, that's the freezing point. For those of you that don't know the English system, that would be 0 Celsius. But yeah, it's actually pretty. Then it's more possible that it could stick. So, and we'd actually have some snow on the ground. We'll just have to see how that progresses. I'm not sure what's going to happen there, but this is pretty typical of Sedona. Like, quite often we don't get the winter storms early. We get them kind of late. February or March. You know, if we get a real cold cooling trend, it would be interesting, because we could actually get a really cold February and we could get some consistent snow on the ground, but we don't usually get all that much snow here. It's pretty unusual. So I don't know. I closed up the flue a little bit to cause a little bit more heat to come into the house. You know, we usually keep it, for medical reasons, we usually keep it pretty cool in here. And so it's it can be kind of chilly in here when you're up and about during the day. So rather than crank the heat, I just using the fireplace in the living room here. So yeah, that's my built-in webcam. That's really not very good, is it? That's only that's only 720p, and this is a 1K image, but it's further back, And GoPros aren't usually used for close up. So this is its webcam mode. This is as close up as it can go, and it's kind of a little. It's on a stand, so it's further back there. You know, I could potentially move it closer, I guess, if I thought about it. I could put the stand up on the coffee table or something, but I'm just going to leave it where it is. It's on a light stand. There's a ring light there, but the ring light's not turned on. I guess I could turn it on. Maybe I should. Maybe it would look better if I did that. I don't know. Does that look any better? I don't have it on super bright, but I don't know if that looks better or worse. That might look worse. Somebody's talking to me on Telegram. Yeah, all my devices are going off. Thank you. I'm glad you think I sound good. I assume you mean psychologically, mood-wise, I sound good. I'm not even using a super good microphone here. This is kind of this is like an extra microphone I have, so I don't have to move my mics around in the office. So this is kind of one that I've got to use in here. It's not bad, really. It's not bad. It's a pretty good sounding. You know, for what it is, it was free. I got it for free from a company for reviewing it. And not too shabby. But it's a USB mic, and it is seen as a mono source, which means you can't pan it in OBS, which is kind of lame. But that's not the mic's fault. That's OBS's fault. So, yeah, those flurries, oh my gosh, they're getting even bigger. It's starting to stick to the trees and the bushes now. And I don't know. Let me see what the temperature still saying 36, but I don't know. I feel like it probably is colder out there than it says. I'd turn my phone on in camera mode. If I had any sense, I would probably do that, and then I could show you around a little bit, but I'm just not in the mood to do that right now. It's a big hassle. It's not a really good solution that I found, so it's not the best. Yeah, it's starting to stick to the plants and the plant pots, and some of the outdoor furniture has got some snow accumulation on it now. And usually makes me pretty happy when it snows, but now I'm kind of thinking, oh, I wonder if I'm going to have to go out in this later, or maybe, tonight or tomorrow or something like that. I didn't get any soda, so I probably am getting a bit low on it. Oh yeah. See, that's unacceptable. I've got one bottle of I've got one bottle left of I got a little bit left in here, and I got one bottle left of caffeinated and two of decaffeinated, which I just use for, like, if I think for some reason the caffeine will keep me awake, which it never does really. But or if somebody comes over and doesn't drink caffeine for whatever reason. So that makes me think of the strange. It makes me think of a bunch of stuff, but I don't know, man. My brain is just going everywhere right now. and I'm not saying much anyway. I've been putting my Christmas stuff away. You can kind of still see my Christmas cards hanging up behind me. I had this idea about, I don't know, like 20 years ago, maybe. Can you see it better on this camera or what? Yeah, you can, because it's looking up. I had this idea about 20 years ago that you don't really get that many Christmas cards. Like back in my parents' day, people really exchanged a lot of Christmas cards, but you don't get that many these days. So even if you send them out, you don't get that many. People don't do a Christmas card list that much. So I got this idea back in 2000 that I'm just going to save my Christmas cards. And so I'm going to put them on a string because, like, well, one year, the reason what made me think of this is that one year, a long time ago, um, my dad, we got so many Christmas cards that he put them up on a string. And we got enough of them that we actually had to start a second string. And I thought, well, that's kind of neat, that looks really festive. And nobody gets those kind of numbers anymore. Put your Christmas cards up on a string. But then I thought, well, what if you save it? What if you save them? And you should write little notes on them too, if you don't, so that you don't forget who they're from. If they're from people you don't know very well, and you should probably write dates on them. But every year when I put them up, it is kind of fun to kind of look at some of them, as I'm putting them up on the string. And there's some of them have some really long notes written on them, and they're from, some of them are from my dad who has passed away, and I mean, so it's a little connection I have with past, and I've got 20 years worth of Christmas cards going here, and a little more than 20 years now, and I don't know, just saving them all these years. Um, now when I get them, I think I'm more likely to write the dates on the inside and stuff if I don't know. I put Christmas 2020 or whatever, that type of thing. And oh, look at that. Like, so the snow's melting when it hits the ground, but it's more threatening to stick around longer as the snow hits the ground. So it's starting to get colder. Going to have to freeze the puddles that are on the ground first, I think. But boy, if it keeps falling like this, though, it's going to start sticking. It's really a lot. And as you probably figured out, I don't have my chat client turned on of any kind, so I'm just talking. I don't know if anyone's watching. I'm not even looking on the, like here's the the restream display, which tells me if some people are watching, but everything seems to be working. I'm just I can see the Periscope event is working. So yeah, okay. Everything's working. The YouTube event is working. I should really go. I'm really right now too lazy to go and edit the um the YouTube event, whatever. And Facebook I really don't care about, and I don't know. Maybe I should look in on Discord at least, or whatever. I don't think anyone's going to be on Discord though. I got one stream announcement. Oh, it's Bitwave, and what? Twitch. So I don't know. There's probably like some kind of there's some automatic social media stuff that does its thing, but I don't know. Yeah, it really is. It's starting to stick. Where there's vegetation on the ground, it's starting to stick there. It's not sticking to the concrete yet, but it's starting to like the ground is starting to turn white, and maybe I should. Maybe I should. I don't know. I could. It doesn't look like a lot of people are. Uh, it doesn't seem like a lot of people are watching really right now. And I don't know if I want to. I'm not going to bring up the. Um, I'm not going to bring up the chat client, but um, gotta log into some things to comment. So, I don't know. I had a friend in for a procedure and he seems to be fine, so that's really good news. Um, oh my goodness, it is starting to stick to the ground. Let's have a look at the weather report again here. Are they yet reporting a lower temperature yet? Come on. Why, how can it still be 36 out there with all this snow falling? I just don't believe it. It's actually starting to stick to the ground now. Starting to look like a winter wonderland out there. We usually have at least one good snow like this a year, but this is coming a little early. This is coming in January. Sometimes I think last year or the year before, we got lucky with a with a Christmas, like snow right around Christmas. I can't remember if it was last year or the year before last, but uh, yeah, the bushes and trees are starting to turn white, and it is starting to stick to the ground now. Oh, now the temperature's reporting 34, but it's still reporting wintry mix. That doesn't make any sense, really. I mean, the forecast by 3 is um is all snow, but it looks like all snow right now. It seems like, oh my gosh, it's like a blizzard out there. Super super duper snowfall. Um yeah. Well, I could go get some one thing I have plenty of is ice now because I got a new fridge and it has a good ice maker. My ice maker in my old fridge was broken and my fridge was kind of small, so I got a much bigger one and got a few more bells and whistles in it. But I don't know. What am I doing here? I'm looking for make another tab here. Is that how you get the chat? That's how you do. Uh, so is any of this from today? Is this it? He stares off using a mouse. Pretty much. Pretty much. That's pretty much how it works. It's an OG. Yeah, it is an OG mouse. It's real laser. It's an old Logitech gaming mouse. It's probably about 15 years old or 14 or 15. I bought it in the first year playing World of Warcraft. So it's pretty old. Um, the newer mice, they don't have they use a dark field laser so you can't see it. Um, so yeah, MX5 series. That's right. You recognize it. My gosh. So, um, is this right? Is this the right time? What's this? Oh, I remember. Yeah, I remember now. Okay. Uh, okay. My goodness, that's really starting to stick. Yeah, I wish I had a snow cam out there, but I think I'm pretty much out of USB. Uh, well, no, I think I got one. No, I think I'm completely using all my USB ports. So maybe I should turn my stream settings down. I don't know. Maybe I should. Maybe I should. Hang on. Let me see here. Maybe I should turn my. I should go down to like 1,000 or so. How's that? Is that going to turn green if I do that? Um, we'll have to see. It'll take a moment to. Looks like it wants to be. See what these will do for me. They're so dirty. Oh, 2200. Well, that's what I just set it to. So what's wrong with that? Why is it still red then? Uh, what if I go to 1,000? I should get my other keyboard out here. Okay. Oh no. I got something misset here, probably. Let's try that. Yeah, it doesn't seem to want to change. Sometimes OBS can do this. Like it'll get stuck on a certain setting and you can't change it, and then sometimes you can. So I don't know what's going on with it, but I should have probably reset it or something. I don't know. It's set to 1,000, and that's not doing anything. Uh, what does it go up by? Goes up by 100 at each click. 50. 50 goes up by 50. Yeah, 50. Okay. All right. Well, I don't know. I have it set to 2000, but it's not changing it. I'm not sure what's going on.